Welcome to the channel of great literary classics. Immerse yourself in this fascinating journey to the heart of passion, sacrifice, and the dilemmas of true love. Today, we will explore one of the most iconic works of 19th century French literature, The Lady of the Camellias, written by Alexandre Dumas in 1848. This story, a blend of romance and tragedy, has left an indelible mark on popular culture, inspiring operas, films, and theatrical productions. Join us as we uncover the details of this timeless classic. Alexandre Dumas was a French writer and playwright, son of the famous Alexandre Dumas, author of The Three Musketeers. Unlike his father, Dumas' leaned toward works with moral and social themes, addressing topics such as love, redemption, and the inequalities of his time. The Lady of the Camellias is based on his own personal experience with Marie Duplessis, a famous Parisian courtesan with whom he had a romantic relationship. Published in 1848, the novel caused a significant stir due to its depiction of the courtesan world and its exploration of human emotions. Shortly after its release, Dumas adapted the work for the stage, and Giuseppe Verdi transformed it into one of the most beloved operas of all time, La Traviata. The novel begins with an anonymous narrator discovering that the belongings of a woman named Marguerite Gautier are being auctioned off after her death. Marguerite was a famous courtesan known for her beauty, charming demeanor, and habit of always carrying camellias, flowers that became her signature. At the auction, the narrator purchases a book that once belonged to Marguerite and soon comes into contact with Armand Duval, a young man deeply affected by her loss. Armand tells him his story, and thus begins a journey into the past, revealing Marguerite's life and her tragic relationship with Armand. Armand meets Marguerite at a theater in Paris and falls hopelessly in love with her. Though Marguerite is used to living a life of luxury and relying on wealthy men to sustain her lifestyle, Armand awakens in her a true love. Their relationship begins like a dream, with Marguerite distancing herself from her superficial world to embrace a love she has never known. Marguerite and Armand decide to leave Paris and move to the countryside to live peacefully together. This period represents the happiest time in both their lives. However, their happiness is threatened by Marguerite's debts and society's view of her. Armand's father, Monsieur Duval, intervenes in the relationship, fearing that his son's connection with a courtesan will harm the family's reputation and jeopardize the future of his younger daughter, who is about to marry. Monsieur Duval meets with Marguerite and pleads with her to leave Armand for the sake of his family. Despite her love for Armand, Marguerite agrees to the sacrifice and decides to leave him without explaining the true reason. This act of renunciation demonstrates the depth of her love, as she is willing to endure pain and loneliness to ensure Armand's and his family's well-being. After parting from Armand, Marguerite returns to her former life in Paris. Armand, unaware of the true reason for her departure, feels betrayed and seeks revenge. He publicly humiliates her at a party by throwing money at her, insinuating that she is just another woman who sells her company for material gain. Marguerite, consumed by sorrow and illness, suffers in silence. Her health rapidly deteriorates due to tuberculosis, and she spends her final days alone, without the support of Armand or those who once surrounded her in her glory days. When Armand finally learns the truth about Marguerite's sacrifice, he is overcome with remorse. He tries to return to her, but it is too late. Marguerite dies alone, leaving behind a letter explaining her decision and declaring her eternal love for Armand. The Lady of the Camellias explores universal themes such as love, sacrifice, redemption, and societal judgment. Marguerite Gautier is a character who challenges the conventions of her time, showing that even in a world full of superficiality, the capacity to love and sacrifice for others can prevail. The contrast between Armand's pure love and Marguerite's life as a courtesan highlights the hypocrisy of a society that judges women by their past without considering their humanity. Alexandre Dumas invites readers to question these social norms and reflect on the nature of love and forgiveness. The story of The Lady of the Camellias has transcended time and space. Its theatrical adaptation and Verdi's opera La Traviata have immortalized Marguerite Gautier as a symbol of tragic love. Her legacy endures as a reminder that true love often requires sacrifices and that redemption is possible even in the most difficult circumstances. Now it's your turn. What do you think of this unforgettable story? What does Marguerite's sacrifice and Armand's journey mean to you? Share your thoughts with us. Give this video a like if this story moved you as much as it did us, and don't forget to subscribe for more content about the great classics of world literature. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any details. See you in the next video.